I just took the fuel pump out of the back of the Skyline. There's some fuel left in there. And it's a pretty simple taking out. It's just a bunch of screws on the lid over here. This lid's got 4, and then this has 6. I think it's 10 millimeter and then 8 millimeter for those. So that it doesn't take very long. Probably takes like 5 minutes. So I didn't film it. But here is the OEM fuel pump, and I'm going to be replacing it with an AEM. You can do E85 and regular gas on it, so 320 liter per hour, 43 psi. So yes, it's definitely a little bit smaller, but it doesn't mean it pumps less. And then we got a new little fuel tube, which is probably this one here. It's probably what this is. And then we have 2 of these. And then we also have a nice new screen. This is going to go wiring harness and then fuel feed up there with the pickup on the bottom. So strainer is going to go like this, and then wiring and everything else up there. I'm going to look up a picture and show you what somebody else's install has been, and then I'm going to go by that because that's how I get my info. It's Google Images. I looked up a couple of pictures of somebody else's AEM pump install. So it seems that they just took everything out, old pump sitting there, and this is what it looks like when it's done. So filter sitting on the end. This goes right where the pickup tube and that goes. So we have ours right here with the wiring harness going to the main 4 pieces there. And no, this is not a Skyline. This is an RX-7's pump, but they're all 90s, so they're the same thing and they're Japanese. So these 4 blocks here are these 4 blocks under there. I have to get some different clamps. It's not going to fit around the base. The harness is in there. So now what I got to do is take this one out of its case here. So it looks like this is just held in by some rubber, and this is free moving. Like when I took this out, it was held in by a zip tie, as I think they normally are. So that goes like that. This is this. So the AEM one comes with a version that is much smaller. So that's the size difference there. Right. Now I got to take the actual fuel pump out of here. So you grab your trusty pliers and hope that not a lot of fuel spills out. Nice little tube pliers here. You disconnect the base and you take this out. And now, whole pump is free. So the whole pump's out of there, and you don't even have to disconnect anything else. Before I go any further, I'm going to do a test fit to see if there's anything else I need before I assemble all of this. So this is going to be facing this way. This looks to be pretty much perfect fit right now. So these slide back into here. Alright, so this is how the pump is going to sit. And it looks like our tube is just a little short here. So luckily I have more tubing. I'm going to grab some more. This is the fuel pump all together. I got a new section of tubing here. But as I was putting it on, I noticed that when this has the filter on the bottom, it doesn't fit together with this. So what you do is, this is sitting in here. You just take these 2 screws out from the bottom of the assembly and put them in here so you don't lose them. But this will now fit down here instead of on that, because the screen couldn't pass over that aluminum piece there. So if you have one of these, or like close tolerance, something like that, and it won't fit, just take this off, and this still fits the base down there. This kit comes with this little O-ring looking thing here. You put the filter on, you just press it on there, and you put this in to lock it. The teeth face toward the screen to lock this in there. This is the pump all set up, and connections are soldered in, as you can see right there. So positive and negative. Everything's on good. You can see it's all straight here. It's straight in the seat. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna zip tie this in place so that it doesn't move, just like the original was, and make sure everything's all set.